All right, after evaluating the film yesterday, I mean, a lot of it is what you saw on Saturday. You know, offensively, we moved the ball well in the first half. In the second half, we got bogged down in the third quarter with in the run game with our we had a couple of critical penalties that were called against us that killed a couple drives, and we just, you know, in the fourth quarter, we were down by 2 scores, and we got away from the run game. On the defensive side of the ball, we gave up too many big plays, and we didn't, you know, we didn't get off the field on third down.
Did you get away from the run game?
They were down 2 scores. Figured we're probably going to get maybe 3 series in that fourth quarter, and felt like that if we, you know, we were going to need to throw the ball to get it down there and try to get a score quicker.
The use of Cade on the last play, had you been in a situation where Nathan couldn't go at some point in the game, would Cade have gone in at that point?
You know, Cade was going to be an emergency situation. You know, you know, if something happened early in the game, I probably would have gone with Manny there in that situation, and Cade was going to be an emergency situation.
When you did put him in there, obviously it's just for one play. There was a pass rush on him. Do you look back and maybe think that was still the right thing to do, or because it cost him a game, and if he wasn't?
You look back on it, we didn't win the game. We didn't complete the pass, so you could just say, no, there's no reason to put him in the game and move on.
As far as him personally, given
well,
the situation.
we knew, you know, you knew that he would get the ball there, you know, and he moved around well enough to be able to get the ball there, and he threw the ball down and got it into the end zone, which is what we needed to do.
Anticipate an emergency situation with him again this week, like if he's going to maybe...
Don't know that yet. Yeah.
You still hope to redshirt him this
season? You know, we'll see what happens this week, and what you know, we're gonna, if we need to use him and he is healthy enough, then we will. If not, we won't.
Larry, you mentioned penalties being an issue there in the third quarter. Do they make adjustments that took some?
You know, they got the safeties more involved in the run game. You know, so but that, you know, there was only one series where I felt like that they outnumbered us. You know, with the in the run scheme that we, you know, that we got to the safety and he made the play in the box. But other than that, no, not really. I didn't think we executed as well.
Games, the defense has created turnovers, and the offense has been able to convert those into points. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. That's discouraging, you know, because you know, we're constantly harping on creating takeaways by the defense, and in that game, you know, in that series, I believe for us, the team that has won the turnover battle has won the game. And we didn't, you know, we obviously won the turnover battle, but we didn't get it done in the game. And you know, offensively, we turned it over down there on the 40-yard line, and we went with a trick play that we didn't execute, and then we weren't able to get any points out of it. And you know, we've got to find a way to do that.
Games, the defense has given up an average of about 540-something yards a game. What has been the biggest issue that might be a common thread in those 4 games?
Well, one of those was playing the triple option. I mean, you know, which you have to, that's a different animal in itself. The others, we got to do a better job of just, you know, selling out to stop the run. I mean, we're going to have to do a better job of that, and not just talk about stopping the run. We're going to have to do it.
How much of a factor this season have the suspensions of players this season and not help contribute to this team's struggle?
I don't know how to put, you know, I don't know what to say there other than I'm not gonna use anything as an excuse. I mean, it doesn't matter what it is, whether you got a guy injured or whether a guy's suspended. You know, we're still expected to put 11 guys out on the field and be successful. And so I don't know how to answer that. I don't know what to tell you as far as how much it's affected us.
Yesterday, no, Saturday with Malik Carney, said, you know, he felt bad that he felt like he cost the team. Part of him cost the team having missed those 4 games, and he wonders, you know, if he had been there, what would have happened. So, I mean, that's where that question comes from.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I would expect that he does feel that way. I would expect that every guy that was involved would feel that way. I really do. But that's not going to be something that I'm going to point as a reason why. I mean, it's just, you know, again, you treat that guy just like if he's injured and he's out 4 games, and you got to find a way. We got to find a way. I got to find a way to win a football game without him.
Each week during this stretch, you've said the guys come in Sunday that they've been up, that hadn't been an issue, kind of pointing the nose forward to the next week. Same thing yesterday, or is it maybe getting a little bit more difficult for them, and you're seeing that?
If it's getting more difficult for them, they're not going to show me that. I mean, but you know, I said it after the game. I expect them to prepare the same way they have every week, and I totally expect that. You know, I don't see them today. I'll see them tomorrow for our first practice of the week. You know, as we start working on Western Carolina, but. I expect them to come to work like they always do with good attitudes, and I expect them to give us great energy tomorrow.
Larry, is there some frustration on your part at the fact that the practice facility has not been done this season?
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, anytime you're dealing with construction, it's out of your control. So, you know, would have liked to have had it, but we don't, and that's just, you know, that's just the way it is.
How could it have helped you this season?
You know, I mean, I mean, just having a new, you know, practice complex, getting out of the stadium, I think will help us. You know, I think it'll help a lot of different ways. It'll help in recruiting. I think it'll help in the morale of the team. I think it'll help, you know, the energy of the team. I think everybody will be energized by it.
When you say helping the morale, can you elaborate on that?
That's energy. I mean, you know, you got something new. You got something that you haven't had before, and you know, you're not practicing in the same place in one, you know, in a confined area, trying to get everything done on one field.
Have you been told different target dates that have sort of get wiped away and a new one's presented to you that's further down the road?
I have, yeah, but I mean, in the last probably the last month, I haven't asked.
Have you just kind of said, I'm not going to deal with it anymore?
Well, it's one of those things that why worry about it? I mean, because you got no control over it. So, you know, it's going to get finished when it gets finished, and when it gets finished, it's going to be awesome.
You deal with Western? Yeah, one more. You correct me if I'm wrong, but it seemed like in that third quarter you all threw a lot of lateral pass plays, and then
That was another way to get the ball out on the perimeter. You know, that we felt like they were doing some things there that we could get the ball out on the perimeter. You know, I mean, we look at some of those lateral passes like that, or you know, run just like running the football, except we're getting the ball out on the perimeter a little bit quicker. And you know, whether we do it with a back on a swing or we do it with a receiver in motion or one of those things, but it's just another way to try to outflank the defense.
But it seemed like it didn't work in the third quarter, so I'm wondering why not any more intermediate passes?
Well, we in the first series of the third quarter, we pick up a big first down and go down to the 34-yard line, and we get a holding call on on our tight end. You know, so who you know, I thought everything was blocked up extremely well out there. It was exactly how we want to coach it up.
You played Western Carolina last year. They're struggling a bit this year. What do you see in them that's different, and maybe something that might be a little bit of a challenge for you?
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to watch their offense. I know they're scoring a lot of points on everybody, but I'm watching their defense right now. You know, they're very similar to the style of defense that we saw against Georgia Tech, where they're going to be multiple in the fronts from a 50 to a 4-3. I think you know, I think if you look at their games, they've been close in a lot of games, and it's been a lot of points on both sides of the ball. But I mean, they've had some games that have gone into overtime. You know, you know, and I have not had a chance to watch their special teams yet.
Coach, is there any concern about your team having a letdown in their preparation for Western Carolina since they're a low-level type of competition compared to the guys you've had to face the past few weeks?
Yeah, that's a good question, but I don't worry about it. I don't expect that to happen. I believe that our leadership will do a great job in that locker room, and our guys will be ready to go on Tuesday. And if we do a great job of preparing all week, then there won't be a letdown.
No matter who the opponent is, how good would it feel for this team and, like you said, the morale for them to just finally get a win and just kind of put an end to this losing streak that's going on right now?
Yeah, we need a win. Everybody knows that, and our guys, they deserve it more than anybody. So it's not going to be something that just happens. I mean, we're going to have to do a great job of preparing this week and preparing for Western Carolina, and we're going to have to outplay them on Saturday.
And how good would it feel for you?
It'll feel good for me because those players get something that they've earned.